Hey ladies, good morning. So I spoke to an orthopedic surgeon at the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic, and he tells me this time of year they see all sorts of injuries, from rotator cuff injuries in middle-aged people to ACL tears, typically in younger people, and even ankle sprains from playing pickleball. He says a lot of people just don't prepare to go back to being active after the winter. So what can you do to get ready? He says there are two main things. Number one is exercising. He says you should focus on weight and resistance training and cardio. He also recommends not forgetting about balance and stretching. And number two is nutrition, and this is his recommendation when it comes to eating.
If you just focus on shopping in the periphery of the grocery store, you're going to get your meat and beans for protein. You're going to get vegetables and fruit for soluble fiber and your micronutrients. And you just avoid the middle where you've got the processed foods and the high fructose corn syrup, because all that's going to be bad for you.
Spencer says if you get hurt and the pain is not responding to rest, ice compression, elevation, or medicine, then you should make sure you go see a doctor. Coming up in our next half hour, we'll talk about the work athletic trainers are doing in our schools and some tips for parents to keep in mind when it comes to their student athletes. Ladies, I'll go ahead and send things back to you.